What's good, people? It's Thursday. You know what that means. Hotep's been told you. I am Uncle Hotep. We have Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, man? Wild week, as we knew was gonna happen since they got to Epstein. A lot of stories to cover this week. It's been very, very exciting. How you been?
I've been all right, man. You know, the last, you're right. The last couple of days between John Wick, the bull in Philly, and Epstein, it's been a wild couple of days, man. But I'm ready to get to it. I've been waiting all week. I was like, man, I got to get some stuff on my chest. The people, the streets need another episode of Hotep's Been Told You. So here we go.
Yeah. So we got a special guest this week, a very, very special guest, and Olivia Rondeau. She's been doing some great work out here in the conservative movement. She's been very real, very authentic. Um, and I think is honest work that I personally get behind. I'm really particular about who I'm around and who I associate with. But she's been such a stellar human being that I kind of I can't really question her. So without further ado, I want to introduce our special guest today, Olivia Rondeau. How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on Hotep's Been Told You.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, man. So tell us about you. You do some journalism, right?
I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
I said you do some journalism work, right?
Yeah, I just started writing for this publication called Porter Medium, where I'm a conservative opinion columnist person type thing. And then I do my independent journalism with YouTube, and I go to different events and I kind of film what's going on down there.
That's dope. I seen you doing something with you were following Antifa around. I saw you follow Proud Boys around a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
That's dope. Tell us about that experience. What's that like hanging with the Proud Boys? Are they really racist?
It was a little bit intimidating at first because, all the background knowledge I basically had on them was that they were like, white nationalists or white supremacists and whatnot. But when I met them, they were actually really chill. They almost kind of struck me as just like hippies, to be honest. They were like really chill. It was weird. But yeah, they're definitely not a racist organization, I don't think.
And Antifa, what's your take on Antifa? I know you saw Antifa live. What are they like? Are they as evil as the right makes them seem?
I don't think they were very tough. Like I think people tend to be afraid of them. And they're really wimpy and stuff like that, but they were very aggressive, so they're definitely like not good people in my opinion, or at least the people that I saw from them.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hey, Olivia, you mentioned they were wimpy and stuff like that, and I go on your Twitter page, and you are a 6-time All-American wrestler. So I guess you're pretty athletic, and you know something about the martial arts or the physical arts. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've been doing martial arts basically my whole life. So I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, a yellow belt in Krav Maga, and like my most recent sport is wrestling. And so that's what I've been doing for like the last 4 years or so. I feel like if an Antifa member came at me, I would be able to handle myself. But they like to go against people in groups, so I don't know.
They like to
I
gang up on
definitely,
people.
I believe you can hold your own against Antifa. I definitely can see that.
It'll be viral.
So you could probably watch Antifa all by herself. I know if I go to a Trump rally and they start wilding out, I'm standing next to you. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. It's gonna be me and Olivia back to back, looking like what's that new movie that came out with The Rock?
I don't know.
Oh, him and that spinoff from Fast and the Furious. Chat. What was the name of that movie? That movie.
Something in Shaw. I saw it
Oh
too, and I
yeah, the
killed
Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
So Olivia, I posted your YouTube channel on the chat. I seen the video. You had 100,000 views of of the cleanup. Tell us how you got involved with that. I believe, I guess you're around that area, so I guess you just hopped right over there. But how did you get involved with that?
Yeah. So basically, I saw Trump's tweets like everybody else, and I saw Elijah Cummings' response, and I saw a lot of these Democrats' response. It was basically just like very angry and accusing him of racism and stuff because he said that Baltimore had a rat infestation, and everybody just went from like rats to black people. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But so I saw that, and then I gave my little opinion on it, and then Scott Pressler, who is that like I guess like a Trump activist, Republican activist guy. He organized a Baltimore cleanup, and so naturally I was like, well, this is a great opportunity to kind of put boots to the pavement and prove that Trump supporters legitimately care about Baltimore, and so that's kind of how that happened.
How was the reaction from the people in the neighborhood? What was that like? They were positive, negative? Was there a mix of it?
You cut out. I'm sorry.
No, I said, how is the reaction from the locals? Were they positive? Were they negative? How did they treat you guys? Or how was the interaction
most of them were positive. Most of them were very positive. A lot of people came out to help us, even like teenagers and stuff that like from the neighborhoods. I thought that was really cool. But there were a few people that you could tell were angry that we were there. Like the Baltimore Sun came out and they were very angry that we were there. A publication called the Real News Network, which is really ironic because they were really fake, but they interviewed me and then they cut my interview out of the final video and then they called us fascists, I think, or like right-wing extremists.
Wow.
But like it was a huge. I was trying to represent the people because the people liked it. It was the media that really hated it.
So the media came and hated on the event, but the people that were actually there, the people that were being impacted, were positive. Wow.
The media was like really mad.
That just, it's very telling of the times that we are in now and times we have been through. But absolutely, the media seems to always just want to draw a negative light to things, especially when there's nothing good, but nothing but positive to say. That's crazy, man. They called y'all fascists.
Yeah.
So wow. Olivia, you really had a first-hand encounter with fake news. So you were out there doing something, and the media misreported what you guys were trying to accomplish.
They basically just like, I don't know. I feel like some people just like profit more on the suffering and plight of their own communities rather than to say something positive about people that are helping them. Like, it wasn't like a Trump rally or anything. Like, there was people with like Trump hats and stuff there, but we weren't out saying like "Make America Great Again," blah blah blah. It was very just like Americana, patriotic, white folks and black folks coming together to clean up the neighborhood. Like, it really wasn't that political, but the media made it something into it wasn't, which is really unfortunate. But it's kind of goes to show, I think people should like support more like independent journalists rather than these corporations who always have like an.
I think that last part cut out, but I just want to say thank you for doing all that. The pictures that came out from the alley, the before and after was crazy. Is it like, from what your experience down there was like, is it as, I wanted to say rat infested, but is it as bad as it seemed out there?
Yeah, I did see rats. There's a lot of rat like feces. They were just piles of garbage. I saw needles. I saw prescription drug like containers, like the orange containers. just like just really disgusting stuff. Yeah, really gross stuff. Like I had to wear gloves and I was picking stuff up with like those long like sticks and things like that. Like it was really gross. There was a whole toilet that I found sitting out there. Like it was really gross.
They weren't using it, were they?
It's not nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Baltimore is literally shitty. God damn. I seen somebody call violence upon y'all twice. I seen some cats say, "Oh, these people are down there. We should run down on them, or they shouldn't feel safe." You know, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I think I think it's disgusting that people do that. I think it's disgusting that the media comes and brings negative light. But one thing I love about you is that you're one of those people that like, it just kind of, that type of stuff falls off you like a duck on water. You know, you're like, whatever, fuck you. I'll body slam your ass if you got a problem, though.
Period. Period.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, man. That's what we need. A lot of brave people like you, man. So I just want to say thank you just for being brave and doing that. I said before, when I saw the situation and the conservatives were coming down and it seemed like they just wanted to take away from the situation, and you're one of the few people that gave back. So I think that's dope, man.
Yeah, I'm not one of those conservatives that is just gonna be like, well, black on black crime. Like I'm one of those people that's just gonna like try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's a difference. There's a difference between different types of conservatives. And there are people that are trying to bridge the gap. And I feel like I try to do it. I can only do so much, but I do try to lead by example.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know how I get down on these black conservatives. Be sick.
Yo, you're kind of harsh on black conservatives, man.
Just a little.
Oh man, it's a new conscious movement. Are you familiar with the homegirl that does the conscious black conservative movement? I think you're
Felicia. That's like my mom. That's like my mom. Like that's my girl. I love Felicia.
Word. Oh, because you're participating in that panel, right? The panel that Alicia has, you're participating in that, right?
Yeah, she wanted me to do her like virtual summit or something like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that.
Yeah. She reached out to me. I told her as long as it wasn't certain names on that list, I'll do it. You know, I can't be having Hotep Jesus on the same panel as some of these suckers. But you had some things to say in this Epstein thing, right? And we're going to be talking about some topics after you get off. But I know you had some things about this Epstein thing you want to get off your chest, right?
Yeah. I originally was gonna make this like super long video about like the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation, like the Clinton body count and all that kind of stuff. And that was gonna go up. And then the Epstein thing happened. So now I have to postpone it and add some stuff because it's too many coincidences. There's just like some things that just don't happen. And when you look at how the camera malfunctioned, the guard was off duty, they removed the cellmate, nobody saw it happen, they heard screaming coming from his cell. That's not a coincidence. That's just not a coincidence.
So what do you think happened? If you had to, I don't want to put you in the conspiracy theorist chair or anything like that, but if you had to take a guess or let your mind wander, what do you think happened? What do you think really happened?
Well, the autopsy came out today and said that his neck was broken, like he had bones in his neck that was broken. So if that is his body, which I'm not 100% sure that is, if that is his body, then that's some foul play right there, because nobody's neck gets broken like that if they just hang themselves with a paper sheet, okay? But I'm not saying that necessarily is his body, because like, see what happens, I guess.
Huh?
Part of me thinks that he's like on a beach in Cuba right now, so we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah. You see why I like this girl? She be thinking. She be thinking.
Olivia, what do you think about Trump's first 3 years? What do you think about his first term?
I've been a little bit in general because I think that we need to be stronger on immigration, and I understand that he's doing his whole ICE raid thing, but we still haven't passed the level of deportations that Obama had, which I think is pretty sad. So I feel like if we had a president that could deport more illegal immigrants than Obama, that would be great for me. But I mean, the economy is booming. We're not socialist. Well, we're not completely socialist yet. I think we're a little bit socialist right now. Hotep can attest. But I don't know. I support Trump because there's nobody else to support. I want somebody who is more of a nationalist and more of a constitutionalist. But all these Republicans really piss me off because none of them are like that. So.
That's a black conservative, Hotep Jesus. That's a black conservative for you. All that slander you got for the black conservative.
Yeah, I need him to be just like this. We would get a lot further if they was all just like Olivia, man. We get a lot further. We can have some peace. We can make some progress in America. If you could, if you could give Donald Trump one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would say take that energy from Twitter and put it into legislation. That's what I would say.
And put it into legislation? What kind of legislation you want to see passed?
I want to see, like, I'm a libertarian, I'm a constitutionalist, but also I hate communism. And I think I just want it out. I want it out. So if Trump has to write some like type of executive orders or something, like I want the wall built. I don't that we should like make the immigration process a lot like more secure, and then just I don't know, stomp out any type of socialism wherever you see it. Like we were talking about like Social Security the other day, and I don't think that you should have to like. I think you should be able to basically opt out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of like weird like socialist things in America that people don't even think is socialist. But when it fails, then people call it capitalism. So when you go in the hood and like you have like your socialized schools and you have your free socialized healthcare, and they're like, oh my God, capitalism is failing. It's the white man. But it's like actually socialism. So like if he could go in and like actually fix the economy on like a smaller scale and roll back some of these socialist policies, I think that would be great. The job creation is great, but I think we're being taxed way too high.
Way too high. Way too high. I agree.
Quick question. Now now people your age, why is it that it seems like there's less and less conservatives like your age? I mean, there's people that come out, right? But is there a reason why less and less people are more leaning towards like this? They seem like your generation is a little bit more accepting of socialism than others have been.
Because we like how free college sounds. That's basically it. Like, we love. I'm a student. Like obviously I don't want to pay any debt, but also I signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? And I have skill sets that colleges want. I'm on an athletic and academic scholarship, so that's how I'm getting my college paid for. Plus, I have like that little bit of debt, left over. People's families save up of going. But regardless, I signed that contract, so I'm gonna, pay it without Bernie Sanders reaching in and paying it for me with my own money. So I don't know. We just like how stuff sounds. We're very idealistic people.
Yeah. That sounds accurate. They're very idealistic. They deal in idealism. You nailed that on the head, man. How many like is the conservative movement growing amongst your age group, or are you guys like having resistance, or is it mostly liberal, or
who, like this generation?
Yeah, like people in your age group, people you meet in college, things like that. Like, are they even open to it? because I see what I see on Twitter, I see what I see in the media, I see what people say, but it's different when you talk to people that are actually at college talking to people,
I
because
find,
I know
yeah,
in it,
I
like in
find
the
that a
adult
lot of my
world, right?
friends, huh?
No, like in the adult world, like I was
I
on a
find
plane
that
with
a
some
lot
lady.
of, yeah, I find a lot of people are misinformed, or they're informed by somebody who doesn't want to actually truly inform them. And so I have a lot of friends that went to like March for Our Lives, like the gun grabbing type of
Gun
schools.
grabbing
So
marches.
yeah, so they were endorsed by the public schools because they provided like buses and like you could take the day off to go down and march for like gun grabbing essentially. And so when you go to school that approves of this and endorses this, that's just what you're going to think of. And when you go to these public schools, you're like, oh, I don't have to pay anything to go to public school. We should just make it like college, like cheer college for your college. But people, we're like privileged, we go to, like, I live in Montgomery County, which is like one of the best school systems in the country, but we don't understand that in Baltimore County, it's like one of the worst school systems in the country, but they actually take in more money than Montgomery County. They have a much higher budget per student. So I think there's a lot of privileged kids that are misinformed, and then there's a lot of kids who are underprivileged who see what's around them and say this is capitalism when it's actually socialism, and so they want free stuff too. So like it's kind of everybody.
You ever see like sometimes I run to adults and they be like, oh, blah blah blah, they're talking shit, and then you ask me like, did you vote for Trump? They're like, yeah, I did, but they say it under their breath. Do you find anybody that is like closet conservative? You heard?
Sorry, say that again.
And I said, do you run into anybody in your age group which may be closet conservatives, like they kind of conservative in the dark?
Yeah, for sure. I know like three, but yeah, they're all like really like on the down low with it. And they didn't know I was a conservative either until like something like political would happen and they'll ask my opinion on it and I'll be like, oh yeah, I think that was good. Then they'll be like, really? Really? Because I think the same thing, but I didn't want to make you mad. It's like usually white people who say that.
Yeah.
Because they look at me, they're like, oh, she's not conservative, so they don't want to tell me their conservative beliefs. So yeah, I usually find like there's like some white kids around me that I've been friends with, and then they find out I'm a conservative, so then they're open with it. But like in general, like it's not acceptable.
You wear your MAGA hat on campus?
Oh no. No, I'm not that bold. Like I'm bold online, like I talk shit on Twitter, but I'm not an instigator. I can't go up to Starbucks and be like, pay my reparations now. Like that's not me.
That shot out. She said, "Nah, I ain't wearing that MAGA hat on campus."
No, sir. Maybe later. I don't know.
What school you go to? I don't want to put your business out there, but can you say?
Oh, there you go, man.
What am I doxed it, didn't I? I doxed
honestly,
it, didn't I?
it's probably already out there. I think it would be pretty easy to find.
No, don't say it.
So if you're trying to,
They watching right now. I'm telling you, they own us like
hey,
a hawk.
Hey, Olivia, you ever run into D-Ray down in Maryland? What would you do if you see D-Ray in his blue vest?
Guys, don't dox me, but I'm going to East Stroudsburg University in Pennsylvania. But don't dox me.
Oh, all right. But that's PA. PA probably cool. They probably like,
yeah, you be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you. When I went to orientation over the summer, it was so weird because the entire student government is like black, and then they were doing their little introductions, like, "Oh, welcome freshmen," blah blah blah, and they had this little skit that was like, "We accept everyone, no matter if they're different or whatever." And then like the student government president came out. He was like this African guy, and he was like, I believe homosexuality is a sin. That's okay. I'm a black conservative, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody was like cheering for him. So honestly, it might be like a Hoteps school. The student government was Hoteps, I swear.
Let's go. We out here. I knew it. I knew it. That's what's up, man.
That's the Pirates, right? The Pirates? ESU Pirates? Is that what it is?
It's Warriors.
Warriors, okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna send my kids. Sounds like a
Yeah.
good school.
I swear they were Hoteps. Like, they were all like, I'm a Christian. You can't judge me for that. I'm a black conservative. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now I need to find out. I need to find out which type of black conservative they are, though. Because if they're the type of kind that's like, Democrats are the real racists, get off the Democratic plantation. That's not my type of black conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Candace Owen kinds of black. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on. I didn't say that.
Look at Ugg trying to instigate.
You want to get me banned from Turning Point US? Actually, I am banned from Turning. I'm already banned from Turning Point USA, but that's another conversation. I don't want to get further banned.
Breaking news. Olivia is banned from TPUSA. She's on the sideline with Hotep Jesus. Olivia, would you like to expound upon what happened with you and TPUSA?
I'll tell you later. I'll DM you, but it was like, honestly, okay. It was so crazy. You know who Will Summer is? Will Summer contacted me about it and tried to get me to do a hit piece on Candace. And honestly, I don't have any beef with Candace. It's Turning Point that I have an issue with. But yeah, I'll DM you later. But I can't say it here.
That's crazy.
Breaking news here. You heard it first. Olivia's banned from TPUSA. She said, fuck TPUSA, quote unquote.
No, wait, I still have friends that like work for Turning Point. So, but
yeah, I got some homies over there too. You know, it's some good people that are there. Go get some of that good donor budget.
No, wait, let me tell you though. Charlie Kirk is like actually a decent person. Like, I know him. Like, he's okay. He's just I think they're like the people underneath of him kind of made sure Turning Point was like self-serving, I guess. Like, I'm not sure how much control Charlie has over the day-to-day operations anymore, but I don't think he does, because like, I don't know, he's one of the only people who's actually firing these people, because a lot of people get fired. Like, people get hired really quick into Turning Point and they got fired like a month later, and like, I don't know, it's whack. It's whack.
She was like, look, hold up now. I got no problem with Charlie now.
Master Charlie, please. I watched too much Logic.
Too much who? You say you watch too much what?
Trio Logic, because she always says Master Charlie.
Master Charlie. Yeah, I love Tree. Shout out to Tree. Oh man, that's funny. Classic moment right there.
Olivia, this is come to the halfway point. Do you want to? How would people in the chat reach you? How do you want people to get behind you? Where can they follow you at? Where can they read your work? Let the people know.
You heard?
Okay. Yeah, people can follow me on Twitter at Rondeau Olivia, RONDEAULIVIA. And then my YouTube channel is just my name, Olivia Rondeau. And I post on so
okay.
Swag. It was a pleasure having you on today. Great chat with you. You know what I mean? I wish you all the best. You know you got the support of the Hoteps out here. Anytime you need something, man, holler at us. Anytime you need a platform, holler at us, man. We always here, man.
Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys.
No
Bye.
doubt. All
right, nice. Shout outs to Olivia. Please follow her on Twitter and her writings. Nice for her to come on, man. Good guest, good call, Hotep Jesus.
Oh yeah. That's the homie right there, man. She's good people. Thank you, sir.
I know she's woke. Oh,
yo, she woke. She definitely will. That's I'm very particular about who I keep around me, and you know a great litmus test is the Epstein case, right? You say,
Right.
where is Epstein? Now, if they don't say he got a body double, they ain't not woke enough for the Hoteps Been Told You show.
Yeah, let's jump right
And she
into
passes it.
Epstein, man. Like,
Let's do it.
right. She just, she told us, that he ended up having some broken bones in his neck. You're certainly not. Now, when you hang somebody from a gallows, then you'll get some neck breaks, because of the force and your body dropping down your body weight. But if you're just hanging yourself from a bunk in a prison cell, you're not going to get a broken neck from
that. Boy, that sounds like some bullshit. Broken neck.